What is up, you guys? It's Susie Bullock from HeyGrillHey.com, and today we're chasing the white whale. We're talking about crispy skin on chicken on the smoker. I'm gonna teach you how it's done, and we're gonna make some really delicious smoked chicken wings with crispy, crunchy, delicious skin. Let's do it. So typically with low and slow smoked chicken, you end up with skin that is rubbery. It's not crispy, it's not super flavorful, and it's generally just like cast to the side and you eat the juicy, smoky inside of the chicken. But a way to combat that is a two-part cooking process. The first part is seasoning our chicken wings in a combination of baking powder and salt. The second part of our process is cranking the temperature up on our smoker to 400 degrees. So I'm gonna be doing this on my Masterbuilt today because it gives me that really wide range of temperatures from low smoking to hot and fast grilling. This would also work really well in a pellet smoker. If you don't have either of those, you can do the low smoke on your smoker and then the high temperature part in your oven inside. So no matter what type of smoker setup you've got, you should be able to make these wings work. The first step is getting them seasoned. I've got a few pounds of chicken wings here. We've got a mix of drums and flats, and I just have them on a cooking rack so any moisture can drip away to the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna pat both sides with a paper towel because moisture is really the enemy of crispy chicken skin, so we wanna remove as much moisture as possible. Then I'm gonna get my seasoning mixture into a gallon bag. This is kind of like a shake and bake situation when we wanna coat all of the chicken appropriately with our seasoning. So I have a teaspoon of fine salt. A lot of times you see me use kosher salt. This is more appropriate for a fine grind of salt or a table salt. And then we need 2.5 tablespoons of baking powder. It's very important that you use baking powder and not baking soda. Baking soda would taste terrible. And you also want to make sure you find a baking powder that doesn't have any aluminum in the ingredients list. That can also give it a slightly off taste. Now the baking powder has cornstarch in it, which again, we're looking for dryness here. We want to remove as much moisture as possible. And the cornstarch in the baking powder is really going to help with that. Give this a quick shake to mix the salt up with the baking powder. And then we can add our wings to the bag, kind of closing and shaking as we go to make sure they all get evenly coated.
Shake and bake.
That's probably copyright. I probably can't even say that. And that's really it for seasoning. We're gonna be able to add seasoning and sauce at the end, but right now, salt and baking powder is all we need. We're gonna put these on our 250-degree smoker. You can use whatever wood you like. Lean more robust, like an oak or a mesquite or a hickory. If you wanna really taste the smoke, you can go a little bit lighter with your fruit woods. If you like a lighter smoke flavor on your chicken wings, we're gonna close the lid and let those go for 30 minutes. All right, the smoking process is gonna do two things. It's gonna impart our wings with smoky flavor, but it's also going to aid in drying out that skin. Smokers have been used as a drying agent for meat for a really long time. And in this scenario, it's really gonna help us remove some of that moisture so we can get that crispy skin at the end. Our wings have been on for about a half hour. We're gonna pop the lid open, flip them, so we cook them a little bit more evenly. And I'm gonna increase the temperature on this grill to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, if you don't have a smoker that can jump up in temperature quickly, you can transfer them to a roasting rack and put them in your oven and let them finish in your oven. There's not really a set time on this second step. We're mostly looking for our target internal temperature of 175 and some nice crispy skin on the outside. Now I'm probably gonna have to rotate them around a little, as you saw when I was flipping them. Some of them weren't as golden brown as the others, so we're not really gonna leave. This is kind of an all hands on deck situation. We're gonna be moving around and flipping every couple of minutes until I get the color and the texture and the doneness that I'm looking for. Temping the wings, pulling them off into 2 bowls because we're gonna do 2 different flavors. But again, we're looking for 175. This gives us a really juicy, pull off the bone wing. And if looks are anything to go by, these are gonna be some really nice, crispy wings. All right, our crispy smoked chicken wings are off the grill. They look beautiful, actually. We've got a really nice golden brown color. And look at kind of this puffy crunch we've got on the skin on the outside. Now, you can actually just serve these plain. They're lightly salted. They don't technically need anything else, but I like things a little extra. So we're gonna drizzle ours with a barbecue sauce and with a hot sauce. I recommend drizzling any sauce right before you serve because it will help preserve as much of that crispity crunchity as we possibly can. They're not deep fried, they're not breaded, so they're never gonna hold as much crunch as a traditionally fried wing, but this is gonna be a really close approximation with 10 times the flavor because they were on the smoker and on the grill. Are we a little bit messy? Yes, we are. Are they chicken wings? Yes, they are.
Oh,
So
you're
it's
gonna
fine.
burn your mouth.
I usually do. I love chicken wings. Even with the sauce on, I'm still getting that crunchy texture of the skin on the outside. The smoke and the char is everything you want in and of itself. It adds such a delicious layer of flavor to these wings that you're not gonna get in a baked wing or even a fried wing. These are complex and the texture is fantastic. They bite right off the bone, but they're still super duper juicy. This might be the ultimate chicken wing. I hope you guys give this recipe a try at home. It's a really fun method for making wings that I think anybody can get behind. Definitely will level you up to the status of a backyard barbecue hero. As always, you can grab the recipe on heygrillhey.com or on the Hey Grill Hey app. We'll see you guys next time.